Hi, this is Kimbalissimo, and welcome to Pajamas and Pancakes. Even though this is my first type of dinner that we're going to be doing. And tonight what we're going to be doing is I am cooking chicken stir fry for 10. My son is having a Danceathon at the CTE drama at Mount Tam or at Tam High. So I'm cooking for a bunch of kids. And we're going to prepare this amazing meal. So tonight what we're going to be doing is I've chopped and prepared everything in advance. And if you can see, we have broccoli, we have snow peas, we have stick carrots, peppers, onions, and some ginger and garlic. And we're going to be using rice noodles. And the first thing that we're going to do, I've been sauteing the chicken, which is just a marinade with soy sauce and some ginger and a little bit of cornstarch. We're gonna fry that first, and we're gonna turn on the pan and get started. So, you know, as you can tell, I have my chef's hat. I went to Italy and had an amazing time and have not been able to get back in the swing of things on pajama and pancakes. I think I'm waking up too late. So tonight, you know, I got this chef's hat from the Belmont. I was exchanging recipes with the chef there and the sous chef. And so I got an amazing French toast recipe that I can't wait to try on you guys. And I gave him my bananas and pancake recipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with sesame seed oil. And you know, since I have so much to cook, I'm going to probably cook in 2 pans. And I'm supposed to be there in like half an hour. And let's see if you can see enough. And here we go. So I'm putting a little bit of sesame seed oil. And with the chicken, we're just going to let it kind of soak in the pan, and you don't stir it around too much. You just kind of keep it on one side, and then we're going to flip it. Let me just get some utensils. And it seems like, you know, it's been great because since I was gone, my one son started really cooking. And that's who I'm cooking for tonight. So here we go. We are going to, let's see, this needs to just heat up a little more. And so, Andrea, grazie mille for the recipes that you gave me, and I can't wait to try and talk to you about all the recipes that I learned in Sicily, because the food was amazing there. The soil is so rich, everything is completely organic. And all of the food was just like, even a potato, you taste the potato and it just explodes in your mouth. And I have to say, here, I'm allergic to a lot of foods. But in Sicily, I could eat everything. Usually I can't even drink wines here. And there, all foods. And it just goes to show you what they do is they let the soil rest for 1 week, and then they till their soil, and then it's fine. And we must go back to these kind of practices where we can fill the ground more with nutrients, and then our food will be great. And this really affects people on so many levels, you know, as far as even with ADD and all the allergies people have now, all the leaky gut. And so tonight, what we're making is we are making chicken stir fry because my son is at a Danceathon and he requested chicken stir fry for 10 people. And so I've never made chicken stir fry. I put some sesame seed oil in, and I've been marinating this chicken with some soy sauce, ginger, a little bit of cornstarch. And I've got 3.5 pounds of chicken that I had the butcher cut because I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So thank you so much for joining. I'm usually on in the morning for pajama and pancakes. And since I've been in Italy, took a break, and I am just kind of getting back into the swing of things. And so let's see if we can, we're just going to put all of this in here. And I've done all the prep. You know, I think the chicken stir fry is, it's easy if you do the prep ahead of time. The prep, I have to say, that took about a half an hour to do. And, but otherwise, I made this amazing, I just was playing around with the sauce that I'm going to add to the chicken stir fry. And I made this lemon zest, amazing sauce. So I'm just letting the chicken kind of sit in the pan. And I'm not going to be stirring it around a whole lot. I'm going to turn on the water so we can, I have rice noodles. I only marinated the chicken for maybe, 10 minutes. And so that was it. So thank you for joining me. It is so nice to see you. And, I just want to just have our intentions be with all of the people in the fire. The sun is orange out in front of my house. You can hardly see right in front of you. And for all of the people near Paradise and for the people in Malibu, let me turn this on because, this is creating a lot of smoke. And outside, you can hardly go outside. It's like my eyes are watering. And so all of the people that are in this fire, we're sending you prayers. We are sending you our intention. And especially like in Sicily, with all that fire energy, that volcano, all the red. And the best way to put out a fire is with fire. And so we're calling in the blue, we're calling in the green, kind of breathing that air and calling in this clean air and the wind to blow the opposite direction so we can release that red. And we all have this intention of clear, clean air, and we hold space for the people that have been devastated with this fire. So now with this, you just kind of let the, I'm going to turn this down a little bit, and I'm going to see if this is boiling. Now the water's boiling, so I'm going to add some rice noodles. So for 10 people, it's about 3.5 pounds of chicken. And this is about 8 ounces of rice noodle per pack. And with the rice noodles, you just need to let it cook for 2 minutes. And then we just need to let it set. And then we're going to rinse it. So let me just get a spoon. But I've never made chicken stir fry, ever. I got organic soy sauce. And a lot of people are gluten tolerant, but I have to say in Italy, I could eat all the bread, all the gluten, because there they don't spray the Roundup. So we need to change our food here. We need to change our soil. And isn't it interesting if that fire kind of, rests the soil, and so it can start again. So here we go. We're going to let that set. And so this is getting brown already. With the chicken, I did put a little bit of cornstarch on it. And I don't have woks. I don't have like the items that I really need to make this stuff. So you may have some great ideas of how to make chicken stir fry, but it's going to be great. I learned some amazing things in Italy, and I have to say that the chefs would feel the food. I'd ask them the recipes, and they would say it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it is more this feeling, this feeling with the food, kind of how does it feel, how does it taste? And it is just this sensual, passionate way of cooking. So I appreciated so much Andrea, and it was amazing because we had guides, even Tommy, who is actually Italian, but the name Tommy, he was guiding us up to Mount Etna, and he was a chef. Everyone we ran into, they had just exquisite ways of explaining food and their relationship with food. It was very interesting, the feeling that you felt in them describing food. And here, I think in America too, that, it is, what is our relationship with food? How a lot of times we space out kind of looking at TV or even, looking at our devices while we're eating food, where we may not be, really present, kind of experiencing the food and that love and that passion and that feeling that, we could be moving into our food. It's like when I connect my heart, I know this sounds crazy, but it's relationship. When we connect to our food, we see our food, we give love to our food, it then nourishes us in a new way. It's all about nourishment. And really, the food that we make is a way that we can care for ourselves. And so this is almost done. I'm just gonna, it's browning up perfectly. And look at all of these items that I have. I don't know if you can see this, but here are the other items that I've chopped up. I have 3 cups of onions. And here is my my sauce that I've made. It is a soy sauce, chicken broth. I added lemon zest, these amazing Meyer lemons that I get from a neighbor's house, and ginger and garlic. And we're going to be adding that with these vegetables and then adding back in the chicken. And so here we go. So, I would love to even have you tell me, what is your relationship with food like? And in our relationship with food, we can set our food. Setting our food is, I don't know if I told you, but one time my mom came over and she was making green drinks, she was juicing it, and she hated doing it. And she was cursing, I just can't stand doing this. And we all got sick. And so, it's like the Italians cooking, this love for cooking, this way it tastes, this passion. If we can really have that relationship and giving thanks for the vegetables, giving life to us and us giving life back to our food. And this is looking good. This is almost done. I don't know about you and your stove, but this side doesn't heat up as much as that side. And so, and my pans, I could, improve on my pans. So, there we go. And I would love to hear, I think I'm going to try and start, I was doing pajamas and pancakes every morning at 7. And I think I'm going to start making some dinners, because getting up at 7, I usually get up, but it is, then I can't work out. And anyway, so it's nice to change it up, and I can't wait to show you all of the Italian things that I learned in making these homemade sauces. And, even with the pasta, just very simple things about how and what kind of broths they use to cook the pasta in, and how to make great pasta. So I can't wait to show you all, and I'd love for you to share with me your great ones. So if you came in late, I am making chicken stir fry for my son's Danceathon at the CTE in Tam, in Mill Valley. They are dancing and trying to raise money for their drama club. And they're going to be going to London to study with expert actors. But it's a great program. It's a nationally ranked program. And why it's so great is because they don't do musicals. They do something that everyone can do. So it's everyone participates. And when you think about creativity, you know, drama is an expression. And any art is a wonderful expression because when you're able to express yourself, then you don't have depression or we don't feel down. And in this society, creativity, any creative thing that you do it really feeds your soul. So talking about feeding our base and feeding our soul. So they're going to be dancing around, and you know, I hope they're not open doors because you know I can't even walk outside. I've been wearing a mask outside, and okay, this is almost done. Okay. So what creative things do you do? How do you express yourself? Let us all know because this feeds our soul. And we're also focused on, you know, having math, having all kind of the left brain things, which are important, but creativity and expression and art, this is connecting into the realms of really bringing something new into the world. So I love to support drama or any artistic thing. So they are dancing the night away. I think it ends at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure. So you can look online if you want at CTV at TAM and after Danceathon, you know. And so here we are dancing in the kitchen. So not only, you know, kind of like are we cooking, but we are feeling our food, bringing in that movement, kind of feeling what that feels like. You gotta have some fun. All right, so this chicken looks good. Now with the chicken, I have a plate, and this still needs to cook a little more. This is pretty much cooked. Let me just make sure. You know, with chicken, I always wash it in some apple cider vinegar. I really wash it thoroughly, maybe put a little bit of salt on it, and really clean it and pat it dry. Let's see. All right, we're gonna move this over here, and we're gonna pat this dry. Last night, I made the best swordfish, and I would love for you guys to try my food. So I have some friends that stop by usually in the mornings, pick up some food. But, you know, so we'll see how my son's friends, the drama class, will like this food. And, all right. This still. Now I'm going to start on the vegetables. Okay, we're going to use this. I'm going to push this one into the back. And let's put this on a kind of a medium. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some sesame seed oil. Let's see if you can see over here. And then we are going to add ginger and garlic. And let's see, this seems like a lot of ginger, but remember, I'm making it for 10 people. And garlic. You know, and with the pasta too, I did not know this, but in Italy, they usually put oil in the pan, put the garlic, and then they throw the garlic out. So it just coats the pan. So we need to put in a little more. And we don't want to burn the garlic. We don't want to turn it on too high. Okay. And there we go. So we're going to wash that. Now, I'm going to take this pot off. Totally forgot. Oh my God, I forgot about the noodles. And let's see. Oh, okay, so this is like 10 pounds, it seems like. And we're gonna rinse these too. Oh, that's a lot of noodles. So I hope they're hungry. Okay, now we're gonna, and they do not rinse their pasta, which I knew. You know, my dad is an amazing cook, and so he makes some amazing Italian recipes that are only kind of from my family, like in Calabria. Okay, so we're going to let that sit. And we rinse that. Okay. I'm going to let this cook a little more. Okay. How good that looks. Is that really good? All right. Now we have this. You know, I don't usually cook with sesame seed oil, so you know, and I'm not, even though I have my chef's hat on that Andrea gave me in Italy, so I guess I can call myself a chef. He honored me with being a chef since I gave him some amazing recipes, but you know, I do not claim to be a chef. I started doing this because I had a bad rap of not knowing how to cook, which, you know, I don't know how I got that rap because I cooked. And so, oh my goodness, this smells so good. Ginger is such a great healing kind of herb. So it's wonderful. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add the onions. Now this seems like it's going to fill up the whole plate. See, I'm kind of in trouble because how am I going to put all of that, you know, in here? I'm going to have to do it in a few different pans, and I don't really have a whole lot of pans. So I'm going to let this, what I'll do is I will coat it in this pan, and then once the onions get a little sauteed, a little golden, I'm going to change it to 2 pans, and then what we'll do is add everything. So I think this is done. Okay, that is, let me just make sure. Let me look and see. Yeah, that's perfect. That looks perfect. So there we go. Now, you know, my belief is you just kind of do it and you learn. And there we go. Sometimes with the cast iron, you know, I coat my cast iron at the end, so it doesn't usually stick. But I've got other people in my family that don't put oil on it afterwards, and that affects. I'm going to turn this off and move this over here out of the way. Okay, so we've got the chicken done. And I'm going to move this back. Let me grab another pan. Okay. And we're going to coat this. Let me just put a lot of oil in here. And coat this around. Someone on my team put my pots in the dishwasher. I think they make pots for the dishwasher, but anyway. Okay, so these onions are, and the garlic, this looks great. And I'm going to turn this on, medium high. And I'm going to add some of the onions over here because we're going to add, I'm going to split up everything. Since I don't have enough room, we'll do half and half. sauces, what we want to do is we want to cook the carrots first, because the carrots are going to take the longest, and the broccoli. So we're going to split it up and add this medium high. And there we go. This pot is a little bigger. And we're going to add the broccoli, because this will take about 3 minutes. This maybe take about 2 minutes. See, I think I needed like 3 pots. But we'll see. I'm gonna try and, I don't know. We're gonna wing it. I'm gonna try and get this in here. Okay. So, and it smells fantastic. Okay. And we want it good and al dente. So I'm making chicken, stir-fry chicken, for those of you who have just joined, and thanks for joining. I'd love to know what you're cooking for dinner. And if you want some stir-fry chicken, you can stop by at Tam High, because it's going there afterward. And at the Danceathon, you can go to the Danceathon and get some exercise and support Tam Drama. Here we go. This looks really good. And then we're going to be adding some snap peas. Let's see. And you know, remember too, these are really good. Especially because it's so smoky outside, drink water. It's hard to drink water enough as it is, but I don't know. This morning I could feel my eyes, my head hurt. And so I feel really dehydrated. And hydration is the, I didn't like me flipping my food. You know, usually chefs can flip the pan, but I flip my food out of the pan. All right, see, look at that, looks good. I'm not sure how I'm gonna put all those noodles in here. I really don't know. Maybe in a pot. Maybe that's what I should do, in the pot. Tomorrow I am going to, you know, I do courses every week, and tomorrow I'm gonna be on Facebook Live talking about 11 and 11 and what that really means, and how we can really align with our higher self and really create something new. And I'm going to be doing a course right after Thanksgiving about really looking about what we've created this year in our lives and kind of unwinding it before we began, kind of in order to create something entirely new. A lot of times in creating something, we create the same thing over and over again. And so when you can really be aware and conscious of how do we create when we are responding maybe with fear, or we're fighting, we're fleeing, and really our emotions and our thoughts determine what we create. And so when you can really be aware of our patterns, then we can change our creations. So every year, near this time of year, we kind of do a review of the year and close all loops, all cycles, maybe of things that we wanted to create but didn't manifest, that, you know, we learned a lot from, but really come into the new year being conscious of what we're creating. So this is looking good. I think maybe I made a little too many snap peas. Red bell peppers. Look at how beautiful this is. Gorgeous! And these are so good. And I don't usually cook for a big group. And so I may have to put this in a pot afterward and stir it all together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the sauce. See, here's the things flying out. And throw it back in. It's trying to escape. All right, now, look at this. So, we have our lemon, soy sauce, lemon zest, a little bit of cornstarch in here. We're going to add just a little bit in each. And you kind of have to really stir it so the cornstarch does not stick. There we go. But the lemons, you know, oh my goodness. In Italy, we had these amazing meatballs. And so when I came back, I found, you know, what made them so delicious, so tasty was lemon leaves. So I can't wait to show you how to cook that also. And so here we go. So now we have the sauce. And with the rice noodles, let's look at those. See, we do not have room to even put the chicken back in. I'm going to try to, but then I have a big pot that I may have to, oh, this looks so good. Here we go. The vegetables are perfect. I like it a little al dente too. It's going to use about 3 minutes more, maybe. You can do different sauces. With this, you can do like a peanut sauce. This is a lemon sauce with a soy sauce. And a lot of times I'll use the gluten-free soy sauce. But it is cooking down, so maybe I will be able to fit everything back in here. I got it on just kind of a medium-high heat. So in here we've got onions, we've got garlic, we've got ginger, carrots, snow peas, broccoli. It tastes so good. I got my chef's hat on. You know what? Maybe some chefs would be offended. But you know, I got the chef hat from Andrea, which is a sous chef from the chef at the Belmont in Sicily, which I recommend you going to. And so look at how glazed this is now. See, look at it's the perfect consistency. So glazed. Now this one needs a little, cook a little more. See, it's starting to thicken up, and a perfect coating. Look at that. Now I'm going to add in the chicken. So, see, this is where, if you're a chef, you kind of know you don't use your hands. I was just going to grab it with my hands, throw it in. Okay, so, look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going to put this in here too. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And see how this works. So I would love to have an evening. What about this? You could sign up for an evening. We could cook together, learn some Italian. We could, you know, meditate. We could do all kinds of things. So food is a wonderful way to be in relationship and to get into relationship. And that's what I appreciate so much about the Italians. So this looks amazing. And I'm just going to coat it with the sauce that I made. And yeah, this looks perfect. So I hope they will appreciate organic chicken, organic vegetables. You know, I got these vegetables from the farmer's market at the CVS right next to Whole Foods on Friday. They have the most amazing little farmer's market. And the Green Gulch, I am so sad because the Green Gulch down by Muir Beach has amazing lettuce. And they only do it seasonal, and the lettuce is so beautiful, so big, and they only do it seasonal because, I'm going to turn this fan off, because that way the soil can rest. So they are you know, really feeding their soils, churning their soils, resting their soils. And look at this. This looks amazing. Now, I have the pot. What I'm going to put the noodles in, and we're going to see. Now, this is all done. So we're going to combine all of the ingredients. Here's my pot. And I'm going to add the noodles and mix it together, and then I'm going to bring it in. Okay, that was not like, okay, here we go. So I think I may have cooked these noodles a little too much, but we're gonna, okay, now we're gonna add this. Oh my gosh, I think I need to lift some more weights. I do Pilates, but, okay. And, you know, people may be horrified. Now look at this. So, now we're going to stir this in. Now this is even a lot to, okay, this looks good. And we're going to add this now in. This is hot. I think I need another pot holder. Oh, here we go. So, there we go. And, hey, my dog, there you go, Dexter. I'm kind of throwing food everywhere. It's flying out of the pans, flying out of the pots. And here we go. It is kind of hard to stir, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in these, kind of stir it around a little more, and put it in the glass dishes and see how that looks. I think I have too many noodles, so these are things that, you know, I can learn from next time, because I'm not perfect here. I am under a sous chef. So I'm not a sous chef, I'm not a chef. I'm not claiming to be. I'm a mom, and I am creating my relationship with cooking, with passion, and having fun while I'm doing this. Let me grab, let me see if I can grab this. So here we go. These noodles. And this way I'm going to stir it more, and let's see. Okay, this is looking good though. And more importantly, it's going to taste amazing. Okay. So here we go. And there we go. So, let's see, let me just put a little more on. And here is chicken fried, not chicken fried rice, but chicken stir fry. And it's all organic ingredients, made with so much love. Here we go. And thank you for joining me. And would love to hear what you cook. And thank you so much and look for Pajamas and Pancakes. Thanks. Bye.